Hello everyone, this is Dr. Iconix coming at you with, what else, another unboxing video. And this will probably be the first new video I've made in over a year, I think. So, yeah, enjoy the slow content. If anyone's wondering about the name change, I will pin a comment down below, just to keep the video short. And I must also preface this by saying, I apologize in advance if I sound kind of strange, because one of my wisdom teeth is just coming through, or should I say erupting through my gums, and it is unpleasant to say the least. Granted, it was much more painful last night, but So, as you can tell by the title of this video, this box comes from AmiAmi, which is a Japanese retailer that I rarely ever buy from, mostly because whenever I do go to order something from them, it's either out of stock, or back ordered, or discontinued, and yeah, very small windows of opportunity to get things that you want. But I did get lucky with these three items, although if you go check now, one of them has already sold out, so hey. And also, before I go ahead, I just want to comment on this real quick because it's been happening a couple of times. It's been happening a few times to me now. And I know I've commented on it before in the past, but I just feel the need to address it. So, box says, please handle with care. Fragile symbol. Alright? But it looks like someone's attacked the box. I mean, granted, I've received packages in much worse condition than this in the past. But it is still fairly disconcerting to see damaged boxes, because usually it means, well, not usually, but I remember reading about a post from someone on CS Toys who ordered an SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Amazon Omega, which is a beautiful figure, by the way, but when he got it, the box was squashed and the figure was in pieces, which is pretty horrifying because that's a very expensive figure. But yeah, hopefully nothing's wrong with these. Granted, they are pretty soft things, so shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut away to the contents, so see you then. Alright, I'm back, and yep, well, the binder that I got looks much nicer in person, I'll say that much. But yeah, all I got here was a Data Card S IC card, which is for storing information from the arcade games, like when you go to play them, because, and the reason I got that is because I'll be going back to Thailand soon-ish, and in Thailand, at like malls and arcades, you can actually find Data Card S arcade games, and I'm really hoping to find a Ultraman Fusion Fight Card S game at some point, because last time I was there, I found a few Kamen Rider ones, but of course I don't have any of the older collectibles. Like, I don't have any Astro Switches, I don't have any Cell Medals with me, so I can't really take full advantage of the games, nor do I even have cards. The only Kamen Rider cards I have are Gunbo Rising cards, which obviously don't actually do anything, they're just collectible. But yeah, so that'll be for storing information on, save game sessions, essentially. The only figure I got, the only software I got, is of Ultra Monster Orb number 5, Babaru Seijin, or as this figure is meant to represent a character by the name of Baba Ryusa, or Baba Senpai. It turns out he's not such a bad guy after all, in what is actually quite a touching episode of Ultraman Orb. Yeah, this I got because I saw that he was only $5 on AmiAmi, and he was still in relatively plentiful stock, so I figured, why not? Mostly because I just want the card, but also because, you know, I can custom paint this figure because obviously it's missing a fair bit here and there. But yeah, that's that. And the main reason for this purchase was the Ultraman Geed Fusion Fight Binder, which I've been meaning to get. I was meaning to get the original Ultraman Orb Fusion Fight Binder, but that, of course, is sold out everywhere. And anytime I went to look for somewhere like eBay, for some reason the binder itself costs like $60 now, which is insane. But hey, I got this relatively cheap, so I'm pleased about that. And yeah, that's the thing that's sold out now, so good luck trying to get it. But again, that's only if you collect the cards, which I do. And the reason I've had to do that is because I've been using my Ultraman X Cyber Card binder to store all of my fusion cards, and like, as you can see, I've had to bunch up a bunch of the Cyber cards. And even with all the added space, I actually bought two 10-pocket refills. So that's like an extra 20 pages of cards. It's still quite crowded, so yeah. And yeah, the Gunpowder Rising cards I was talking about. So yeah, glad to have this binder on hand, which also does come with two cards that can be used with the game. I don't think I'll be collecting the Geed cards just because they're not, for one, they're not as nice looking, but also because they come in, like, there isn't a main series of them. You know, the main collectible of Geed now is Ultra Capsules, which I love, by the way. Whereas with Orb, you actually had like a main line of cards. Plus, I mean, you also had like side, I don't know, like you could get ones in wafer packs, you could get ones in gum packs, you could get ones in sausage packs. Yes, that's a thing. And it's the same with Geed, except that you can only get the other cards from things like that. You can't get them in anything else. Although I think if you pre-ordered the Geed Riser, you could also get a special Geed card as well. So yeah, so the two cards this comes with are Geed Primitive and Skull Gomora, which still confuses me because, not Skull Gomora himself, but the fact that his attribute has changed. So, you know, Skull Gomora is a combination of Gomora and Red King, both Earth monsters, correct? Well, for some reason, and this is something that I think I'll comment on later, but Red King's attribute has changed from Earth to Fire. No idea what brought that on, but the real problem is that when they combine to become Skull Gomora, his attribute suddenly changes to Wind, which makes absolutely no sense because Skull Gomora obviously cannot fly. You know, he's not very aerodynamic, so I mean, like, you know, I'll get the fusion cards out now if I can find them. There we go. Okay, so here, oops, excuse me, Sophie. Okay, Red King's attribute is cheat for Earth. Gomora's is the same thing. Yep. Yeah. So, why they suddenly decided to change the attribute between shows, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I doubt there's ever going to be an explanation for that. It's the same thing with Orb, too. Because you got a couple of releases that didn't really make any sense in terms of attribute. Like, let's see, Empowered Bemular, for some reason, his attribute was Wind as well. Even though I would have sworn it would be water. That's what it said on the concept art. Then you had Metronian Terude, which, as it turns out, is kind of fitting because he ends up getting killed in a hurricane. And then you had Sadiath from the Ultraman Orb movie. Now, of course, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Maybe the Wind attribute is correct, but hey. That's my little spiel on inconsistencies between collectibles. But I say that a lot. But yeah, I will catch you next time. Peace out.